6.5 liter. Pontiac was aiming for the European crowd. I've got a set of these rally ones rotting in the country. Who knows if they'll be there when I get there.
Right.
6-inch in the front, 7-inch in the back. They're reproduction widened.
Yep.
I thought something looked a little funny. Rally ones. They're not the same as the Chevy rally wheels. The slot here sticks out just about 3/16 of an inch. This is an all-steel car. Is it your car?
Yeah.
Aha! What color is this?
Reef Turqoise.
Reef? I've never heard of that color. Chevrolet had a very similar color called Tahitian Turquoise in '66. This is very similar. I go down the whole row of cars and I'm looking and they're all kind of, well, not so bad. Then I get to this thing and it catches my eye. I'm CORVAIRWILD on YouTube. I make videos. It'll be up on YouTube.
Well, thank you very much. I've had it for about 14 years. I've done all the work myself.
Really? You could do mine next.
Showing it's you know, I drove about 90 miles each way to get here today. Hit 115 at one point. Pedal to the floor. Tri-power.
Really?
Song.
You got any bugs? Any 115 mile an hour bugs?
I took a walk down.
I leave mine on. I leave the splatters on.
Yeah, it was Tri-Power was a full song today at about 4,900 RPM. Was pushing a lot of wind.
In '64, one of the editors of Car and Driver magazine, who I think is still the editor, said it's like the god-awful sound of a Hoover sucking, losing your virginity, tasting your first beer. Do you know that quote?
Yes.
I can't remember the quote. It's like tasting your first beer, losing your virginity. It's like a God-fearing, God-sucking Hoover dab sound, and there it is, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can attest to it's all those things.
Reef Turqoise.
Yeah. My wife gets the credit for convincing me to buy this color.
So, the car, or you changed the color?
I changed the interior because the interior was a very dark aqua.
Yeah.
That was kind of nasty to look at.
This is pearl.
But they call Pontiac calls it parchment.
But it's
same
pearl.
Deal. And to paint the steel was a pain in the butt. Like 3 coats of this white and then 3 coats of this gold iridescent stuff.
I see it. You can't see it from up close, but from far away it glows.
Exactly. So, but the Reef Turqoise exterior is the correct color.
Very similar color on a Corvair in '64 because we're painting a '64 now. And my wife wants to, it's white with red, and I have one here, a Spider, a white and red one. Classic color for the Corvair, but she wants some kind of baby blue, non-metallic too. I don't know, I want to do gold.
Something a little more nostalgic. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that was my wife. I originally was dead set on kind of a, midnight blue kind of car, and she's like,
whatever makes you happy.
She says, this color looks like an old car.
Well, this is not a GTO type of color. This is an old lady color.
Correct.
But now that we're all old men and old ladies,
it works.
It works.
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's a nice color.
Chevy Biscayne, it's like screaming Biscayne all over it.
Yeah, or Cadillac, sea mist foam.
Yeah, exactly.
So this car was this color?
This is the correct color. Yeah, it probably has a tad bit more metallic than it did back in '65.
Yeah, well, we won't bust you for it.
But
was it a West Coast car?
It was.
Aha, I knew it. I knew it.
Actually, when cleaning it out, when I bought it, I was spraying compressed air down into the wheel wells on each side of the trunk, and up popped a copy of 1978 LA Times. And I was like, well, I guess that proves it was from,
That's the only way to buy them. This ramp side right here, I bought in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't waste my time with rusted cars. I see guys putting quarters and cowls and door jams. And
I didn't hang any steel on it, and I have
I can see it. Look at
in the
that.
garage, so it's
Look at that. That's factory. You can't duplicate that. This is nice. But you bought it locally?
I bought it from Michigan.
But somebody had brought it because this is not a Michigan car, that's for sure.
Absolutely right. Well, he had said he only owned it 2 years and that it was Californian. It was, certainly built Fremont.
But no tinted glass. Go figure.
Yeah, well, it was clearly a, convertible, right? A true tri-power 4-speed convertible.
Really? Because a lot of them were automatics converted to 4-speed.
So this is, kind of screaming California cruiser back in the 60s.
Custom seat belts. I have these in my Corvair, but I just put them in. But these are like brand new.
Correct.
Are these?
The ones I put in afterwards, One, I've got 2 small kids. I actually have shoulder harnesses.
Really?
That are under here. And they're tucked in the well, but they're mounted down on the body, and they come over here and they have kind of, you know, sheepskin type thing for my, I got 2 little kids, so we go out cruising for ice cream. And
yeah, you never do want to wreck this thing, but you got to have them safe.
So I put some shoulder harnesses in there for them.
These back wheels, they were so skinny from the factory.
But you're absolutely right on the 7-inch recoil rims on the back.
Yeah, undercoated and lots of rubber here. Have you been smoking the tires? I've got a six.
I'll take the 5th.
Yeah. I've got a '66 GTO I bought 30 years ago for $100, junk.
Oh, wow.
It's been sitting in the woods for 30 years. The guy where it's at died a few months ago, and I haven't had a chance to go there. It's 100 miles away. And I've got rally ones on this junk GTO, and I don't know, is the car there? They all been crushed?
Yeah,
Have they been stolen? I have no idea. I haven't been there in 18 years.
Well, 100 miles isn't too far, you know, that it's a legitimate excuse.
Yeah, but I got to jack it up. It's sitting in the mud. It's an old farmer's field, all grown over. It's thick, rich, black earth.
As the fall comes and the weeds die down and the insects go away, that sounds like a great road
If it's
trip.
theirs, brother may have crushed everything. I may get there as they're crushing them. I have no idea, but it's got rally ones. I know it. I put them there 30 years ago.
That's a road trip.
You upgraded to the newer, that's the 67, 68 style master cylinder, 2 years only.
Spot on. So,
with stainless steel brake lines.
Correct. So 65 is a single master 4-wheel drum.
With a little screw in the middle.
Yep. And so, frankly, you know, significant point of failure there. You lose something, you lose.
I know all about it. I'm driving a 62.
So given, you know, the minivans on the road today, the one now it's a 65 power booster.
Small power booster, small diameter.
Correct. But to
factory style clamps.
Correct. But to keep up, I did go to a 67 master.
Yep.
And given I had to redo the lines, I went with stainless.
And you put the single piston caliper on. You didn't use the 4 piston they used in 67, 68.
Correct.
And they are a butt. They just don't, wow. They don't work that well. So you went with the floating that they used for a zillion years.
I went with, you know, essentially conventional.
Yeah, 69 and up. How does she look? Oh, what a beauty. Monster size WS6 sway bar. Yep.
Well, with, you know, close to 4,000 pounds.
Sure beats that 1/8 inch sway bar they put on at the factory. It's about that big.
And there was no rear.
I'd say crank it up, but you're so close to the track here, it's so bloody distracting.
You wouldn't even hear.
Well, right, you got a second. Can we hear this thing run?
Sure.
389, 3.2 barrels, a factory tri-power 4-speed convertible. Let's crank this baby up.
I had disconnected the...
Disconnected the battery. Oh, it's like me with my camera. Sorry, I can't take any videos because my battery's dead on my camera. So this time I brought a few extra batteries, a charger, an extra camera, chips. Crank her up. GTO, first equipped. What a beauty. Reef Mist. I've never seen this color. The color on the Corvair I'm thinking about is Azure Aqua. Maybe one shade darker than this. Wood rim steering wheel. Power top. Trimmed pedals. Look how clean.
With power, yep.
Tachometer.
Rev limiter and aftermarket stereo in the box.
Oh, look at that. It's right in. What a beauty. All we got to do now is get you some period style gauges. Some
like Stuart
Warner green lines. Oh, does that run smooth? What a beauty. I love it.
Thank you very much.
I'm CORVAIRWILD on YouTube.